Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for every Friends finale ranked.
She's clearly an Emma.
Oh, honey, but you love that name.
Yeah, but I love you more.
Please leave a message for the Bings.
And let's see who is going to lose their clothes. I think I pick our strip poker sponsor, Mr. Joey Tribbiani.
For this list, we'll be ranking the 10 times the Central Perk crew left us heading into summer reruns. From the laughs and the tears to the OMG cliffhangers. Leave a comment below, but please say the right name. My name is Emily, not Rachel. Number 10, the one with Barry and Mindy's wedding, Season 2.
Cannot believe I have to walk down the aisle in front of 200 people looking like something you drink when you're nauseous.
Rachel made her first appearance in the pilot after having run out on her wedding, and having her be the maid of honor to her ex-best friend and her ex-fiancé puts a nice bow on that part of her life.
I'm sorry, we don't have your sheep.
The episode also features one of the show's best lip locks when Ross attempts to help Joey practice his man-kissing. However, the most significant happening as Season 2 comes to a close is the end of Monica and Richard.
I love you.
I know you do.
Until she and Chandler realized they were meant to be together, Richard was always going to be the one who got away. Number 9, the one in Barbados, Season 9.
You know, it's very hard to take you seriously when you look like that.
Season 9 ended with a 2-part episode as the gang flew off to Barbados to vacation and watch Ross give the keynote speech at a paleontology convention, but mostly to vacation. There's an expression that says you should dance with the one that brought you, but on this trip, by the time all is said and done, almost everyone has found a new dance partner.
Maybe you're not always going after the wrong girl.
I'm telling you, Rich, Charlie is not right for me.
Yeah, I'm not talking about her.
Over the course of their time on the island, Joey and Charlie break up, Charlie kisses Ross, Joey kisses Rachel, and Mike shows up to propose to Phoebe, who had initially arrived with David.
I mean, I've missed you so much these last few months, and I thought we were apart for a good reason, but then I suddenly realized that there was no reason good enough to keep me from spending the rest of my life with you.
Kind of steps on the toes of what I was going to say.
Number 8, the one where Rachel has a baby, Season 8.
Oh my God. Oh my God, she's here.
The Joey liking Rachel storyline was one of the most controversial in the show's history. And while some people thought it was an interesting way to go, many fans still complain about it. So, with Rachel giving birth to her and Ross's child, it seemed like the end of the Joey-Rachel experiment.
Hello, baby girl.
That is, until Joey finds the ring Ross had in his jacket pocket, Rachel mistakenly thinks he's proposing and says yes.
Oh my God.
Sign on the street says you don't own me.
Okay.
Despite the fact that Ross was heading to her hospital room with flowers at the exact same time, we would still have to wait 2 more seasons for Ross and Rachel to finally get back together, like we all wanted them to. Number 7, the one with Monica and Chandler's wedding, Season 7.
You want to know if I'm sure?
You may now kiss the bride.
Season 7 ended hitting all the markers of a great season finale. Weddings are classic season enders, and as the episode title tells us, this one gave us the wedding of Chandler and Monica.
What the hell are you doing?
Panicking. And using the internet to try to prove that I'm related to Monica.
Of course, commitment-phobic Chandler had to run off a couple of times. But these two were meant to be, so there was no way he wasn't going to be at that altar when the time came.
I've known Monica and Chandler for a long time, and I cannot imagine 2 people more perfect for each other.
Friends often like to send fans into the summer on a cliffhanger, and when we found out Rachel was pregnant, we hung off that cliff for months, wondering who the father was.
Look at them. Oh, and they're gonna have a baby. Uh-huh.
Number 6, the one at the beach, Season 3.
Hey, you know what? Naked card game's never boring.
No!
Season 3 ended with the gang going to Montauk for the weekend to support Phoebe, who is trying to track down her father. She doesn't find him, but in a major moment for our favorite buffet, she does end up meeting her birth mother.
I'm your mother.
Also, Chandler spends the episode trying to convince Monica he would be good boyfriend material, which, at the time, fans had no idea was a sign of things to come.
Hey, now besides, worst comes to worst, I'll be your boyfriend.
Yeah, right.
However, at the center of this episode is, once again, the continuing saga of Ross and Rachel, as Ross is forced to choose between Ms. Green and his now bald girlfriend Bonnie.
Hey, everybody.
But whose room he chose would not be revealed until the following season. We all knew it was Rachel though, right?
Hi.
Number 5, the one where Rachel finds out, Season 1. Throughout Season 1, the Ross-Rachel relationship was very one-sided, given that he was in love with her, but she had no idea how he felt.
Oh my God. He remembered.
The will they won't they chapter of Ross and Rachel's relationship story didn't really get going until Season 2, and it all started with the Season 1 finale.
It was like months ago. We were walking by this antique store, and I saw this pin in the window, and I told him that it was just like one my grandmother had when I was a little girl.
One slip-of-the-tongue comment from Chandler sends Rachel to the airport to catch Ross before he leaves for China.
Come on, Ross, remember back in college when he fell in love with Carol and bought her that ridiculously expensive crystal duck?
What did you just say?
She doesn't get there in time, but thinks about him all week and is there waiting for him as he gets off the plane, with his new girlfriend. Number 4, the one in Vegas, Season 5.
I know he's the love of your life.
Not anymore.
Monica's ex, Richard, would come back a couple of times to test the strength of her relationship with Chandler, but each time the relationship would prevail and get stronger.
Okay, this is it. We're gonna get married.
Are you sure you want to do this?
And while the Season 5 finale seemed to be setting us up for a Monica-Chandler wedding, it ended with the shocking reveal that a very inebriated Ross and Rachel had gone ahead and tied the knot.
Hello, Mrs. Ross.
They say that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, but that doesn't apply if what happens is you get drunk and get married. As Penny from The Big Bang Theory could tell them, those Vegas weddings are totally legal.
Wait, you went to a chapel?
Yeah.
Why?
We had one of those silly fake weddings.
Number 3, the last one, Season 10.
The next baby should be along in a minute.
We only ordered one.
Was it the funniest episode of the show? No, it wasn't. But that wasn't what we wanted it to be.
You want to say anything?
I don't know. Except that, for one last time,
Good game, good game, good game, good game.
Fans wanted to see their friends one last time and to see them happily heading off into the next stages of their lives. And that's exactly what we got. Phoebe had already started her new journey with Mike earlier in the season, but now Monica and Chandler are heading off to the suburbs to raise their twins. And even though Joey and Chandler will be more than a hallway away from each other, the distance can't break that friendship. And as for Ross and Rachel, well, the writers had one last big moment for us.
I got off the plane.
Number 2, the one with the proposal, Season 6.
Are you honestly telling me that you may never want to get married?
Well, never say never, but, probably, yeah, never.
In one of the few season finales that didn't feature a Ross and Rachel angle, Season 6's ending was all about Chandler and Monica.
Well, if it helps, it worked very well.
it was working until you showed up, you big tree.
And again, as in the previous season's finale, Richard came back into the picture to provide relationship tension, but ultimately make Chandler and Monica stronger on their path to marriage, which would come at the very end of the next season.
In all my life, I never thought I would be so lucky.
After watching Chandler stand up to Richard and seeing Monica try to propose, no one could deny how much they loved each other.
You make me happier than I ever thought I could be.
And if you let me, I will spend the rest of my life trying to make you feel the same way.
Rachel and Ross were the couple that started it all, but it was episodes like this that are the reason many fans felt like Chandler and Monica were the true meant-to-be couple on the show.
Will you marry me?
Yes.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1, the one with Ross's wedding, Season 4.
Oh, what the hell is that? That's London, baby!
The one with Ross's wedding, or as we like to call it, the one that had it all. It had London, plenty of great laughs, a wedding, and the best season finale cliffhanger of the entire 10-year run.
Hi, Ross.
Hi, Ross.
Take thee, Emily.
Take thee, Rachel.
Forget which door did he enter or who's the father. He said Rachel was so genuinely shocking, the gasps from the studio audience and the looks on everyone's faces said it all.
Emily. Emily.
And while the episode featured the downward turn of Ross's relationship with his British fiancée, it also initiated the upward trajectory of the great love story that was Monica and Chandler.
You think you knew I was here?
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.